Good day. This is Cast Iron ASMR. I got this milk crate. It's actually full of Wizard comics. No, Wizard magazine? The Wizard magazine. I was going through. I looked under this already and I was like, oh, what's in here? There's a bunch of Wizard magazines. Look, but there was also a Richie Rich Digest. Treasure chest of fun. And coverless Urchi. It looks like the back has an advertisement for Riverdale. Take those, put them over here like so. Oh, we've got a Heathcliff. Remember Heathcliff? Comic strip character. It was pretty brazen, like, well, not brazen, but like he's, you know, does he remind you of any other feline comic strip character of the time? That's right, Garfield. But he had his own cartoon too. Heathcliff was his deal. Oh yeah, he was a one-paneler corner. Sometimes, sometimes I'll break it up into a couple. But his comic strip would be separate from the strips, or corner. Is that funny? I don't know. Okay, we gotta get to the Wizard. Look at this one. There's a mangled copy. Archie and me. Oh, look at this. This is my Star Wars. It's dusty, man. Some dust. My carrying case. It's empty. I do have one that has some Star Wars action figures. It's Iron Man. This is what do they call these? Essentials. Oh, look at down here. The National Geographic. Do you remember that photo from National Geographic? She's holding it. It was very famous. Even, I remember when this came out. It came out in, I'm looking, June 1985. And my mom got a subscription to the National Geographic. And I remember my brother saying, so this is way later. And they found her, the lady. But this is the actual cover, picture. Look. Oh no. So anytime I see these, I take them. Yeah, I remember when this came out, and my brother's like, look at this, I don't even know where she's from, like Afghanistan or something? Afghan refugee. He's like, oh, she's a good-looking girl. Anyway, I got a few of these. June 1985. If you ever see a big stack of them, look for June 1985, and you too could own numerous copies. Okay, but here we go. It's Wizard. When did this come out? 92. This is number 10. I had the first issue when it came out. It had a cover by Todd McFarlane. This is Rob Liefeld. Look at this. I got this from Strange Adventures comic shop in Nova Scotia, Canada. They just give them away. They stick their little sticker on there and they take this little backlog of stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool. I took a look. Here's another one. None of these, I don't think any of these I really bought. If I remember that I did, then I'll tell you. This one's number 23. Yeah, 92. Oh yeah, this will be Rise of the Midnight Sun. So I collected comic books. There's Sensational She-Hulk. Dread. Anyway, I don't have as many of these as I do Comic Buyer's Guide. That was the first one. I think I had probably the second one. Oh, look, Eric Larson. It was all about the Image guys at that time. Whether Sam Keith did a cover. Spawn. Princess. Oh, I like this. They had letter art. You draw a picture on your envelope. And then they would print it. I actually sent in one. That never got printed though. I can't remember what I drew on it. I think I don't know. Maybe the tick. Maybe not. Alright, so that's the first one. Number 10. Barbara Liefeld. There's probably some 90s stuff. I was going to say garbage. There's some 90s garbage in this. Oh, the New Warriors. This actually reminds me. It was at number 17. My buddy collected that one. That guy. Nova. You know, they try to sell you on these superheroes. They sell these new books. Like, oh, we'll stick them in Spider-Man. People like Spider-Man. Oh, sure. It's like a backdoor pilot for your new superheroes. People don't really want to buy, but we'll stick them in your other comic that you do buy. This is number 23. This was when... What is this? This is Valiant. Let's see if I remember. Unity. He's a radioactive man. No, he's something else. Solar Man of the Atom. Oh, it looks like we're going to have a wraparound. No. Oh, but we got Mr. T. Finally. A superhero with real muscle. Yeah, Mr. T and the T-Force. You know, these Marvel characters and DC characters are super popular, but did they have their own cereal? Mr. T claims he could. Doesn't have to claim it. It's fact. Oh wow, there's like 3 of these. It's like, oh, what's that guy? I think he was sort of popular. I'm kind of like Wolverine. I have claws. Prime. Yeah, just recently I went through all my comic boxes. And not sadly, but strangely, I have a lot of weird comics that I just got. I have Prime. What's his deal? I thought he was just like a Superman ripoff, but apparently he came from goo. No, he was a skinny man. And then he became something. Oh, this rings a bell. This guy with the X on his face. Something to do with maybe Frank Miller or something. Those people. Anyway, these older ones. So when this first came out, it was pretty neat, you know, like the people weren't, there wasn't a thick magazine like this to buy about comics really before this. Oh, I had the first ones of this. Maybe that was a miniseries. Tixeria. That guy. Northern Command. But like, look at these things, man. Oh my goodness. That just looks like such like bargain bin superheroes at the time. Vanguard. Even this was like Image. This is Eric Larson. It's like, okay, we can get on board with Savage Dragon, but you start bringing this Vanguard on board. Like, does anybody give a hoot about this weirdo alien guy? There's Spawn. Oh, well, this is kind of neat. I like Captain Marvel. So they got some sling. One of his, yeah, Savannah. That's the bad guy. But one of the bad guys is just like a worm or something. Caterpillar. Yeah, the big red cheese. Old television show, WKRP in Cincinnati. My favorite character, Johnny Fever. He was a fan of Captain Marvel. Like in the show, his character, he makes reference to it. So, here and again, it's like an old hippie. I guess, well, yeah, maybe that'll do. Concrete. Oh, there's the darker image. So when that came out. They don't have any like the best top 10 things or anything. Oh my goodness, that's just so Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld clothing. That's what the people wanted. That's what the publishers wanted. Draw like this now. That's totally Rob Liefeld. Is that Rob Liefeld? Yeah, of course it is. Alright, well that was this one, number 23. We're going to put this over here. I had to make a fire. It's not that warm today. I went down to the beach. It started raining. And the lake is thawing. It's not all the way thawed. Oh, this is look how later this is. This is issue 180. All right, I'm going to predict. Oh, it's not okay. So the Wizard magazine later. Right now, this is still, we have comic drawings on the front. Such, we do have one picture of lost character, but just like the comic conventions, or so I'm told, they have less to do about comic books and more to do about like the movies, toys and stuff. This is the Liberty Meadows guy. What's his name again? Cho. Yeah. Michael Cho? I can't remember. No, Frank Cho. And he finally got a job. Well, finally, because he'd always wanted to do comics, but he was stuck doing syndicated comic strips. Stuck being funny because so many people would prefer that, I think. But then he started doing some superhero comics. Yeah, later, so what I'm getting at is later they're going to be all like photo covers. There's Jessica Alba playing Sue Storm, and it becomes like a men's magazine, like Maxim at the time, even in the 90s ones. And it's like, who would play this person in the movie? So they can pin up pictures of like popular actors and actresses. So this is Frank Cho, who I really liked the Liberty Meadows comic. And he's an acclaimed guy, but when he did, I have some of his superhero comics, and I don't know, I don't want to say anything bad, but it's like he's not as good as I first thought, maybe, or it didn't translate as well. Look at how short and stubby this guy's arms are. What's that guy's name? Sentry. I'm like Superman, but my S is on a belt, like I'm a wrestler. That's that guy over there. And all these Spider-Men. Mark Bagley. Bagley. He was a long-time Spider-Man artist who took over the art of Amazing Spider-Man title after Eric Larson left. And later I learned he was the winner of the like how, I don't know, it wasn't called How to Draw the Marble Way, but there was this big book you could buy that was like the size of the original comic art pages. It was called, I think it was the Marvel Tryout book. And if you did the book, you could send it in, and they were going to pick somebody to become an artist, a Marvel artist. And it was Mark Bagley. And I collected the Spider-Man for a little while after he started the art duties. That's when like Carnage came out. Venom was in it like almost every issue because he was selling the books, and I was getting sick of it. And I'm sorry. Well, the Mark Bagley art, in my mind, and the story maybe, quality had gone downhill. I quit it. I quit the Spider-Man. But it was actually pretty funny. Mary Jane like started smoking, getting sassy to Aunt May. Oh wow, look at that. It's like photorealistic. Yeah, like it's a lot of this stuff. It's like, wow, did I just buy a Wizard? Or did I buy a People magazine? Or a Maxim magazine? Here we have the Hulk Summer Movie Preview. What year is this? Maybe some of these I bought, but I don't really think I did. Oh yeah, Greg Horn. Looks like the painter guy. The ink on these, I remember like holding it, and that's like my fingerprint. The ink would like rub off like a newspaper. Plus Spider-Man 2, Elektra, Superman. What's LXG? And more. Test your comic IQ, pass or die. What number is this? 141. Yeah, so they got like dolls and stuff. In the beginning, they'd have like a price guide for like the cards. It's kind of a cool picture. Alex Ross. He's a good painter. Oh, Ghost in the Shell. One of the comics I sort of was looking for, I went through all my boxes. There was like a Venom miniseries, and at the time, anyway, I got it for free. Our local comic store that we were going to, they used to give, like the people with the pull comics, they would give them like a bit of a discount, I think in the beginning. Oh yeah, because they were stealing all the customers from another comic store, really a hobby store. It's really sad because I went there for so long. They lured us all away with the promise of like, I don't know, 10 or like 15% off. And then after they stole all the customers, they said, no, now instead of giving the discount, we're just going to give you a free comic every month, but you didn't get to choose. And one time it was that number 1 of the miniseries of Venom, and I had quit Spider-Man. I was so sick of Venom. Carnage. I was like, what, is he going to be a superhero now? This is stupid. But I think the comic is actually worth something nowadays. Alright, here's what I'm talking about. Who will be Wonder Woman? Oh, what year is this? This is before they made the movie. This is probably way before they made the movie. If you read these at the time, you'd be like, right on, they're going to make a Wonder Woman movie. Well, don't hold your breath, because this is 2005. I don't think Wonder Woman came out for many years after. But at least they can speculate and put pretty ladies on the cover. That was their thing. To sell the magazines. Well, there's that Scarlet Witch. Oh, she's macking down on Captain America. Yeah, is it mostly Marvel? Well, I guess this is DC. Oh, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Misha Barton, Catherine Bell. I don't really know her. Who's that girl? Oh, Joss Whedon. Wait, what? Is he supposed to do the Wonder Woman? They probably had like so many different names attached to that project. Oh, Arthur Adams, like his dirt. There's a bunch of cosmic heroes. Yeah, it's nice and clean lines. When you have those clean lines, I think I showed you Michael Allred, his comics. It's kind of the similar thing. I really like that. But the coloring, sorry Laura, the way you color your husband's work isn't as effective as a nice clean line. So if you got clean lines like that, you don't want to be, in my opinion, putting all the different tones. I don't know. Oh, there's Howard the Duck from the movie. Oh, hey, this is probably where I learned about something about that dude, Gerber. He was the creator of this. It's just a blurb about it. I think it had a good theme song. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Howard the Duck. Wait, what was that cartoon? The Dark Knight Returns. Christopher Nolan. Did I see this one? Is this the one with the Joker? I don't know. He was the first time that he had a real scratchy voice. I'm Batman. I need a throat lozenge. That's funny. The Batman Survival Guide. Hey, this is kind of neat. What is this? Oh, they're just talking about this handbook you can buy. Oh, from Batman and Robin. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger and George Clooney and the Bat Nipples. Oh, there's the real Batman and Robin. Return to the Batcave. Oh, oh wait, never mind. This is a movie where they acted, but they made a cartoon animated film before Adam West passed, and he was the voice. And they got Burt Ward back. And it was like a Batman, like 1960s movie. Yeah. This is what I'm getting at. Like, this is like a thing about comics. It's like, oh, the comic ladies are just not doing it for the teenage boys. Like, let's get some real pictures. Like, what the heck? What's her name again? Jessica Alba? Or no, Jessica Simpson. Like, make sure we get at least Jessica Simpson in there. And her Deeks. Yeah, and it used to be a price guide. Like, that was the big thing. And it's neat that, it's a magazine. But look at how many prices they have now. Like, it doesn't start till here. It's like that much. Street Angel. I remember. I read some of those. There's ninjas in it, I think. Just like a skater. Alright, well that's that one. Oh, I remember this one. when this movie came out here, Fantastic Four. When did this come out? 2005. So I wasn't... 2005. Anyway, they filmed this in Vancouver, and where the Thing's girlfriend lived in this building, just anyway, whatever the set in the building that they showed, as soon as they showed it, I mean, when I watched movies or TV shows, and you live in Vancouver, like you live where the Thing is filmed, lots of times you're like, oh, you know, I recognize that, whatever. But the building, I was like, oh my God. I had taken pictures of this building, and I was drawing, you know, making some of my own comics, and I had literally, like, used the window of the building in a panel, in a whole page thing. That's where one of my characters lived. There's Soups. So, yeah, that was the first Fantastic Four movie. Yeah, they filmed a lot of superhero movies, TV shows in Vancouver, Canada, while I was living there. And it wasn't as cool because it takes you out of the movie when you're like, oh, they're in Stanley Park, and then there's a chase scene, and then they go around a corner or something, and you're like, oh wow, now they're over in Richmond. Oh, what? Hang on a second. That looks like doesn't that look like Tobey Maguire? And that's that's Mila Kunis. That looks more like, they're saying it looks like this person, but that looks like another person. Oh, she was the one. Yeah, Kate Bishop. Mockingbird. Okay, I was just looking at, was that the Avengers? Yeah, with Hawkeye. I couldn't remember the girl's name. So, did Mockingbird marry Hawkeye? She was really cool in that Christmas Hawkeye special, which was based on a comic I never read. But I would like to. A little more modern. Super Teen Beat. What's this? It's like a Teen Beat movie magazine. It's kind of neat. I like it when people are standing next to each other and you can see their lights. These are cosmic Marvel heroes. Just like, oh God. Gotta get Evangeline Lilly in there. And that guy, what's that guy? Is that Greg Land? Maybe? It's like the Tracer. There's Liberty Meadows. Ooh, Spider-Woman. M. I don't like how they put all the shadows in her costume. Her legs are so ripped. Come on, man. Oh, there's Charlie's. You can see her name? Theron. Oh, Eon Flux. That used to be on, what was an MTV show, but in Canada, I don't know if it was on Much Music or like YTV or something. Eon Flux, that was a weird one. That was around the same time as the Max cartoon and the Head. 2005, that's all. Alright, what number is that? Kind of bouncing all over the place. 165. Now we got She-Hulk. Oh, and Jessica Alba again. Gotta get Jessica in there. We gotta get a sex and superhero cover. Greg Horn. Look at. Now there's Greg Horn and Greg Land. Greg Land's the guy who just traces the supermodels and stuff. Kind of disgusting. That's from Austin Powers. That bastard. Teen Titans. Is that Greg Land? It's been so long. Oh yeah, okay. So that's Greg Land. What's that one? I don't remember this guy's name. It's a cool picture. Adam Hughes. Terry Dodson. Terry Dodson did some... They're big, like, cover artists. Rachel Dodson? Terry Dodson. They're married. Maybe she colors his stuff, too? I got really excited. Adam Hughes was going to do a Betty and Veronica series when they sort of rebrooded them. The comics that led to the hit series Riverdale. And I was like, oh, I'd be interested in seeing what Adam Hughes brings to the characters. And so, sign me up. I'll get it every month. So the 1 month it comes. Anyway, the story goes, he made 3 of them, probably over 2 years. Just quit. They weren't good. I mean, whatever. Probably paid that guy so much, couldn't even come out with more than 3 comics. It's canceled. Oh, they also used to have this toy fair. That was Marvel. You know what? I have one of these toys, but it doesn't have the Spider-Man head. Yeah, I found it. A headless Spider-Man. I never had a Spider-Man toy. My brother had one. The hard one with just the arm up. It was like hard plastic. It was really little. Okay. Some actors and actresses. That guy. Ooh, I read this one. A buddy of mine gave me like a hardcover. Or like lent it to me, this Black Hole. He said, oh, read this. Yeah, it's alright. So I didn't know anything about it and I read it and I was like, it's kind of weird. In the area. Horror movie. Yeah, they were these teenagers who were like mutants and they got like a little tail and stuff and I think just like drank beer and had sex and stuff. Oh, there's that guy. It's kind of creepy. Oh, the Flaming Carrot. Oh, look, there's a Scooby-Doo comic in there. I just gotta go over here for a second. How's the fire doing? Alright. Fire's going good. I got a Scooby-Doo comic that's banged up. I found that somewhere one time. Oh, look at this cover. Thank you, Strange Adventures, for the free wizard. An Alex Ross painted cover, like a Wonder Woman there. She's looking to her side. Who's she looking at? Green Arrow. Is that his wife? Black Widow. Superman. Batman. And the Martian Manhunter. Yeah, he gets like live models. Does he just take pictures? Or does he draw? I think he takes pictures. Dress up like Superman. Let me take your picture. Oh, I like this guy too. Charles Vess. I think that's his last name. It's very storybook art, fantasy. I have one, a Spider-Man hardcover book that he did. People sending in, yeah, like cosplay was pretty new, I think, back there. Oh, look, there's Jessie from Saved by the Bell. There, who can she play? She can play Dr. Mary Young, the strong-willed former babysitter of evil Ernie. Has a quality that Elizabeth Berkley pulled off well in Showgirls. Oh, yes. Evil Ernie. Oh man, I'm remembering this all now. So I was drawing comics and I was writing comics and stuff. I thought I want to get into comics. Probably around this time, 97. Well, still this time, but earlier. And all my ideas that I would have, then later I would find out, oh, there's already a comic like that. I had a character, and I swear to God, I didn't know who Evil Ernie was, or it wasn't out yet. And I had a character, and I called him Evil Ernie, and he was a mime. You know what? Maybe he wasn't evil. No, it was just Ernie. But, like, Evil Ernie was very popular at the time, so it'd be like calling your character Logan. And now I remember, yeah, one of my other characters who I thought, like, I just ripped it off of, like, SNL, the Land Shark. But I called him, like, it was a pun. He was the pool shark. He carried around a pool cue and, you know, was hustling at the billiard rooms. And then, Eric Larson, when he went to Image, he made a shark character that looked basically like my guy. People dressing up like people. This was kind of neat to see back then, though, because, you know, I don't know. People didn't do this, or at least where I was. Like, funny. Oh, there's Wonder Woman. Oh, she looks kind of like the classic Wonder Woman with the skirt. That's like from the Golden Age. That's cool. Okay, what is this? A Playboy down there, or just a Wizard magazine? Or is it a swimsuit edition? Yeah, 181. What year are we getting into here? 2006. Horror movie Heat. System of a Down. Oh, we got something on the rise and fall of EC Comics. That's unusual for Wizard to stray from Marvel and DC. Blade. Oh, we got South Park. Yeah, it became, you know, these articles and stuff were quite a lot of fluff. Filler. Oh, what's this one? This one's something different. Oh, there's my birthday buddy, Jack Kirby. I heard that he just got a street named after him in New York City, or that they're doing that. It's kind of cool, I guess. Oh no, that's cool. Oh, all his heroes are holding him, putting their, what? Is this after he died? This is the first issue. What is this? Comic book creator. I think this one's a little bit more. Yeah, these guys. I think I did buy this one, maybe. I probably didn't buy it. Yeah, this is more history. This is more less like People magazine. I don't think you'll see anybody in a bikini in this that isn't drawn. Maybe not even drawn. You're like, okay, we need more ladies in bikinis. Oh, what do we got here? It's People. Oh, I bought this one though. This was the People magazine. Look at that. This. August 10th, 2009. And it's the Saved by the Bell reunion. Because I'm a Saved by the Bell watcher. Now it's been a while, but when the new series came out, like Saved by the Bell, COVID years, they were good. I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want to ruin my, I didn't want to ruin it. And I didn't. Then a friend who I know who likes Saved by the Bell as well said, no, it's pretty good. She said some stuff. Where'd it go? Whatever, that's not comics. Oh, here we've got Spider-Man 3. I saw this in the theater. Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. Dunst? Yeah, Dunst. Not Dunst. What was that guy's name? It's Venom. That was a bold choice. James Franco. He was in the first, he was in all these Spider-Mans. And in the first Spider-Man, when I saw him, I hadn't really seen him in anything. I thought, that guy's kind of a cool guy. And him playing this sort of dorky Harry Osborn. Harry Osborn? Yeah. I thought, even though I didn't know anything about him, I thought, he probably doesn't seem as dorky as that guy. He seems like, an alright guy. I don't know the guy. But I hadn't seen anything with him. Later, I had. And, at that time, what he had done was, I like that Freaks and Geeks show. I hit that way late. A year or so ago. I watched all those, and I thought, oh, there's the Max. Somebody dressed up like the Max. It's kind of cool. Oh, Alex Ross doing Spider-Woman. Oh, what's that other guy? Oh, Magnola? Mike Magnola. It's kind of a cool statue of that. Wonder Woman. Wow, she's got some powerful legs there. Jay and Silent Bob do Degrassi. I have that. I saved that TV guide. Didn't I show you that? I can't remember. And they were on that. When this came out, I hadn't watched The Next Generation yet. I watched the pilot movie, because I watched the original ones, and I was like, whoa, there's this reunion movie. And then when this episode came out, I think they were already on a couple seasons in. But then I started to watch it, and it's amazing. I had even heard that, I know Kevin Smith, he likes the Degrassi and everything. But I heard that he wanted to be in the Degrassi Next Generation, pilot movie as Caitlin's Hollywood agent, I guess. But then he couldn't do it, so they got the Canadian guy. I forget what his name is. The guy who played that, though, he's so cool. I've seen him in a lot of stuff. He did a great job. He was on Twitch City. That's an excellent show. Canadian show. Last season. Look at this one. We're getting down to the end. Look now. This is what happens to all the magazines. Get really thin before they go under. 200 greatest characters of all time. Who's number one? Who is it? Wolverine, Spider-Woman, the Black Cat, Batman. What year is this? That's Hernandez. Okay, we have pictures. Oh, Cerebus. Heroes. Okay, guess to see who the greatest hero is in whatever year this is. I bet it's like Wolverine or something. Get me to the good part. Oh, 11 Rockets. Yeah, I'm surprised they got 11 Rockets in here. That's good. Eight Ball. That's a Clowes. Dan Clowes. He did that one, Ghost World. Oh, and Art School Confidential. I saw that movie. Well, I don't know where the top 100 guys are. You'd think they'd be... Oh, is this it? Is this the countdown? Count up? Oh, it's not Batman. Oh, it's Wolverine. Of course it is. I'm Wolverine. Batman, Spider-Man, Superman. Oh, Rorschach, really? Captain America, the Joker. John Constantine. Wow, really? Okay, well... Good for you, Wizard. Alright, Wizard Mega Movie Issue. Jessica Alba on the cover. Surprise, surprise. She wore like blue contacts, so her eyes would match her blue suit. I thought they, I remember thinking like, wow, they're gonna make her a blonde because she's a blonde with the blue eyes. Should have just kept her the way, kept her the way she is. Let her have brown hair, her natural thing. Surfs up with the amazing CGI Silver Surfer. I saw this movie when it came out. I liked it. This was before there was like so many. I mean, they were getting up there with the movies, but it's kind of like when I was collecting superhero comics. In the beginning, you could, like, they wouldn't have comic events spanning through all the comics. That was saved. I mean, it did happen later 90s, like mid 90s. I don't know when I stopped. 95, 94, really. But they would only do they would only pull that kind of stuff on the annuals. And then I got smart to it and I was like, I don't want to buy the annuals. Like when you put my Spider-Man comics in there, skip the annuals. They would just get some. Anyway, some bargain bin artists to do some. Stories written. Two-Face. I never saw this one. Or did I see this one? Check with the like thing. They're like, let's say this guy should be in Madman magazine. Then we can show pictures of the party ladies. Ooh, Artist Confidential. Yeah, I saw this one. Oh, Speed Racer. I love Speed Racer. Here he comes. Follow all the twists and turns on Speed Racer's long drive to the silver screen. Oh, yeah, and then they made the Speed Racer movie, and it wasn't as good as it could have been. At one point, they were saying they were going to get Johnny Depp for Speed Racer. That would have been so cool. Underdog, Star Trek. Yeah, basically this. Oh, well, this is the movie issue, so I guess that's why they're talking about the movie so much. From Jessica Alba to Jessica Alba. This is the biggest issue ever. You can tell by how thick it is. Like, I can just reach over here And, it's not as thick as, I don't want to be smart. Whatever. Okay, Fantastic Four, 2 shockers. There's Kevin Smith talking. It's harder to flip these. What's this? Oh, more. There's Frank Cho doing, is that Ant Woman's Lady? No. Yeah, is that Ant Lady? Ant Woman? Oh, these are all his things. Yeah, okay. I would say that he doesn't have as much range in his art when every lady looks like a variation of the Liberty Meadow characters, Brandy or, who's the other girl? The blonde one. Jen. It's like, well, I guess I could make them have bigger or smaller breasts, bigger or larger bottoms, shorter or longer hair, but the facial features will be the same. It's like, and that's fine. You draw a pretty lady. Just change the hair. Still a pretty lady. This is where I learned about Seth Fisher. Yeah, like Betty and Veronica. I'm a big fan of the Archies, and if you covered their hair or put a wig on them, they'd be either or. Yeah, I must have bought this one in the summertime, I think. I saw the movie, The Beach. I think I was getting actual comics. Yeah, I wasn't really buying comics, maybe. Where is this? 2006. Yeah, I wasn't buying comics, but I bought this thing. And I read about Seth Fisher. This was my introduction, was this magazine article. And I didn't even, when you look at, the life and strange death of Seth Fisher. But before you see that, you see this picture. And you're like, what is this? This is amazing. And then you're like, oh no. I can't remember if I ever got the Green Lantern one. I thought I did. If I did, I lost it. I was looking for it. But maybe I just never got it. I even got this Vertigo Pop one, Tokyo, and the Flash one. Oh, I miss you, Seth Fisher. I miss your art. And I wish you were not. Oh, here we got the pictures of Margot Kidder, not Margaret. And Christopher Reeves. Christopher Reeve? Reeves. Christopher Reeve. This is great movies. Oh yeah, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee rules. Yeah, they really like to put real people in these magazines. It's like, oh, you like Terminator 2? There you go. You like comics? We don't know what to do in our magazine that has to come out every month. So these are, what is this? Oh, I think this was a reality show. Stan Lee did. I want to be a superhero. Alright. We're almost to the bottom. They're getting thinner. More repetitive. Oh, actually this one's getting thicker. I don't think they're in any type of order. We got pictures that, Heroes. That was good. I got all the discs there one time. And initially, when I was watching it, this is great intense stuff. And then after the first season, the second season we started watching, and then I don't know, maybe watching something else, and it just went by the wayside. Then like maybe 10 years later, I started again at the beginning. Kind of the same thing happened. It's like falling asleep, reading a book, always at the same part or something. Oh, these stamps. I remember hearing about that. Alright, there's that wizard. So they're pretty much repetitive. You got your Spider-Man, your Iron Man, your Angelina Jolie, dead sexy 25 Hollywood hotties who will kick your butt. Got the Iron Man 2. I really like the Iron Man movies. I was really surprised when the first one came out and I saw that. I thought, wow, that was cool. I didn't really have any expectations. I didn't really read any Iron Man. Oh, this Punisher one too. That was good. Was it that one? I don't know if I saw that one. Okay. No Civil War. This was right before I started collecting comics again, and a friend of mine was going and reading the comics on the spinner rack, and then he was telling me about them. He's like, oh my god. And then when Spider-Man told J. Jonah Jameson, he sat there and read the whole thing, and then he told me about it. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Spider-Man 3. And then anyway, soon after I started buying comics. It's starting to rain outside. Jimmy Olsen dead? No. Buffy, Season 8 Secrets. Yeah, this is where it was. I started collecting Spider-Man again. I had one more day. And I read about it in here, and it was so... like I hadn't bought Spider-Man comics since I was a teenager. I thought, oh, breaking up the marriage with the devil? Sounds pretty stupid. But they're rebooting it, and I don't know. Started buying it again. I collected it for a long time. And I like Spider-Man. But in those comics, like maybe I like the lore, but he became a very unlikable character. Kind of like Ross from Friends. You know, back in the day, some people liked Ross, but, you know, lots of people didn't. Some people weren't a fan. Well, there's Smallville. I didn't watch Smallville till after that show was done. And, yeah, I watched those. While that was filming, that was another show being filmed in BC, Canada, where I lived. And, yeah, later when I started watching it, I don't know, maybe I mentioned to my mom or something. And she said, oh yeah, that Superman show, they film that right, you know, near where I work. And they come in, you know, they come in all the time. They're really nice. Like the actors. I was like, oh, well, which one was it? Is it like the Superman guy? She's like, I don't know. I never watched this show. One time I lived in Nova Scotia, and I was doing this job, and we were at like where they filmed the Trailer Park Boys. And I thought, oh, maybe we're going to see the Trailer Park Boys because we're near the trailer park. I was just joking, but we're in this gas station. And worked for an inventory company. This one's kind of falling apart. Now I'm behind the counter and then counting the cigarettes. And I look up, and then there's, it's Ricky and Bubbles. They came in character because they were filming. But I didn't realize it at first. In my head, I thought, oh my God. Because I knew we were near the trailer park. I thought, man, why does everybody around here look like the Trailer Park Boys? And then people I were working with, afterwards, they're like, oh, did you see that? Bubbles was in here and Ricky. I was like, what? That was them? I thought it was just somebody who looked like white trash. You know, trailer park trash. Alright, I think we're almost done here. This one. 70 years. Marvel Comics. Was this wraparound? If this isn't a wraparound with bad guys, oh, what a failed opportunity. Oh, that's not. This isn't that at all. This is, what is this? This is a special issue Hot TV. That's, what's her head? Gillian Anderson, uncensored, from X-Files fame. It's another show filmed in Vancouver, British Columbia. Must-see TV. Hey, you know what? What year is this? Anyway, whatever. This was during the time, must-see TV, NBC, so it's like Friends and stuff. Although, maybe she got moved to another night. There was one time where I thought it was really cool on the TV shows on, was this NBC? They said, oh, this Thursday night lineup. Because I remember her, isn't that Leah Thompson? Yeah. And she did Caroline in the City, where she was a cartoonist. Like a half-hour comedy show. Oh, and Tia Leone, The Naked Truth. I don't know her. And Suddenly Susan. Anyway, one time they said all the primetime lineup is because they were all in New York City, and there was going to be a blackout, like a fictional blackout in the television shows, but it would cross over because they were all connected, like the multiverse. Here we go. What night would it be? Yeah, Thursday. So it looks like they moved. Wait, was Seinfeld part of it? I can't remember. I remembered those other people, though. And now, like, if you go back and you watch the Friends episode where there's the blackout, I think they're lighting all the candles and stuff. It's a little known fact that there were, like, 3 other shows that took place in New York City that also had blackouts that same night. There's Joey. Some basic filters. Alright. Famous. Oh, there's Jennifer Connelly. Oh, do you remember these movie magazines? You'd get these like at the movie theater, and they were free. What is this one about? What movie is this? She was in like The Hulk or something. No, she was in a lot of movies, but that's kind of neat. Oh, it's the Twilight. So that sort of tells you when this was. 2009. And our last Wizard magazine, Iron Man 2. Man, it seems like they got a lot. Like, Iron Man 2 is coming out. Let's put it on the cover of 5 Wizard magazines. Because we've got nothing better to talk about. The Red Hulk. Actually, you know what? This is when I first started buying comics again. I thought, what's this Red Hulk from the spinner rack? There was no comic store where I lived. Nowhere near where I lived. But there was a little store that had a spinner rack. I thought, who's this Red Hulk? It was all brand new. And I collected it for a while. And then soon after that, then I started buying the Spider-Man. Oh, this is them talking about Scott Pilgrim. It's a good Canadian comic book. Movie. What was that big? What are these covers? How can I see stuff and I can't get to it? Agents out. There's a bunch of different covers. It's a suggestive cover. Adam Hughes. Alright, well, that's it. I found this. I don't know if these are all my Wizard comics. I don't know if I got half these. Some of them I purchased, some not. So, well, thanks for joining me. You still awake there?